Welcome back. 10:11 now. Starting today, police across the state will be cracking down on distracted drivers.
And we got Fox 61's Ashley Afonso live in Newington right now to talk a little bit more about what exactly officers are going to be looking for. Good morning, Ashley.
Good morning, Tim and Margot. We've been out here on the Berlin Turnpike all morning, and it doesn't take long just watching drivers pass by to find somebody on their cell phone. And that's exactly what police are going to be looking for. People texting, people talking on the cell phone, either one of those considered distracted driving. This campaign starts today and will run for the next 2 weeks. And there's about 50 different departments, a little bit more than that, across the state that are going to be part of this crackdown. So what will it cost you if you're caught distracted driving? $150 the first time. After that, the second offense is $300. And if you get caught a third time or any time thereafter, it's going to be a $500 fine. One driver told Fox 61 News he thinks the fine should be even higher.
They should raise the fine, make it high enough so that it really matters to young adults that are doing it. I mean, every single day I see at least 5 to 10 people that are on their phones, usually at red lights, stop signs, whatever.
Distracted driving has become one of the leading causes of vehicle crashes over the past decade. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration reported from 2012 to 2017, more than 20,000 people killed in crashes nationwide because of people who were driving distracted. One of the things we're seeing a lot out here is people stopping at red lights or stopping at stop signs and getting on their phone. At that point, they don't even realize the light turns green. So that's still considered distracted driving if you're sitting at a light. So put the phone down, keep your eyes on the road, and you'll be fine. Live in Newington this morning, Ashley Afonso, Fox 61 News.
And to highlight just how important the You Drive, You Text, You Pay initiative is, I'm happy to be joined right now by State Trooper Joe Dorellis from the Connecticut State Police. Good to see you, sir.
Tim, thank you for having me here.
Thanks for being here this morning. I asked you a couple minutes ago, and I want to ask you again here. What do you think is the area you notice people who are, most on their phones? We heard that gentleman there who Ashley interviewed say it was at stop signs and stoplights. What do you see the most?
Well, you definitely see it at stop signs and stoplights, but being out on the road, you see vehicles traveling 60, 70, 80 miles an hour with individuals just head down into their phone, not even paying attention to the road ahead of them. And that's definitely a danger.
I've always wondered if it's something you could sort of, after being in your job for a while, start to notice. Can you see people swerving in lanes sometimes because of the distraction?
We talk about it all the time, and some of the behaviors that you see when someone's engaging in any type of behavior that's distracting them is similar to those that are under the influence of drugs and or alcohol. You see the vehicle start to veer off from its traveling lane into the next opposing lane, and it's very similar to those driving under the influence.
Can you talk a little bit about the things that you've seen as a result of distracted driving? I imagine even some of it's probably pretty gruesome.
Some of the accidents that we go to are just horrific, and I think a lot of officers would agree. One of the hardest things about this job is having to knock on that door and tell the person on the other end that their loved one isn't coming home because they were a victim of some type of horrific crash that was caused by distracted driving behaviors.
Also want to talk a little bit more about what Ashley was saying, people at red lights. I've done it before, just feeling, well, at least I'm not moving in the car, but that is still illegal. That's still considered distracted
Your vehicle
driving?
is in operation,
yeah.
and truth of the matter is you are distracted from the road.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it makes sense.
And I always hear people have different ways that they try and put it away, whether it's, put it in your purse and put the purse in the back seat or put it in the glove compartment. What's kind of your best advice, or what do you think is the easiest way? Because it is so second nature. I mean, we just pick it up and whenever we're bored.
In this day and age, we try to be as connected as possible. So looking at the phone is almost second nature, but I would suggest putting it away, either putting it in a purse or in the glove compartment. If you are using it for GPS purposes, just mounting it on the dashboard prior to even leaving where you're going.
Real quick, what about sort of the Bluetooth capabilities a lot of newer cars have, where it's going to display text messages or phone calls up on a dash that's not at your lap where a phone is?
Bluetooth is great. Your head's not digging into your phone like it normally would.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if you're paying attention to the screen on your dashboard, you're still not focusing on the road ahead of you.
Better, but not good enough.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you for having me, Tim.
Thank you for being here.